welcome back to the podcast. Hello, Beauties Podcast. I'm your host, Kanika, and this is episode 4 of season 1. He cheated, now what? Okay, look, I already know what I'm going to do, but I have a special guest today, a longtime friend of mine. I just want to get, another opinion because my mind pretty much already made up. It ain't no going back. It is what it is. But everybody might not feel how I feel. So with that being said, I'm going to let her introduce herself. And then we're just going to get into the conversation. We ain't going to let y'all wait long. So, Vanessa, introduce yourself to the people.
Hello, everyone. My name is Vanessa. And I got a great opinion for y'all. I'm trying to tell you, hey, if he cheat, listen up.
I know that's right, girl. Okay, so what does it mean to you in your relationship if he cheat on you? Is there a deal breaker for you or what it is?
So for me, it just depends on who the guy is. And okay, before y'all go crazy, listen up.
Yeah, that's true.
Who is the guy? Is he taking care of things? Is he making sure everything's straight? Is he speaking your love language? And then all of a sudden he, mess up and cheat on you? Because you cheat too. Everybody cheats.
Okay.
Everybody on Facebook, Instagram, sending messages, that's cheating.
Okay.
Would it be okay for him to see your phone messages somebody?
Okay.
To me, that's cheating.
Okay. So that's exactly why I said I need to get another opinion because I didn't even think about it like that. I'm thinking about as for me. Right now, I'm a married woman, so cheating for me is out the door. So, like I was telling Vanessa before we started today on today's podcast, and then y'all in on the conversation, I'm thinking about it from me being married and then when I was single. Now, just to add to what she said, with you cheat too, okay, I have been a cheater and I have got cheated on. So my single me probably will forgive. Ain't no problem. I will forgive him because I have forgiven before. But my married me, baby, no, I'm not forgiving nobody. And it's just period. No.
Now, remember, Kanika, when you get married, they say for better or for worse. So that's one of those worst times.
Oh, girl. Remember? I can't do it. I hate to say I got to wait until it gets to that point because it don't need to ever get to that point. And if my husband listening, you already know what it is. It don't need to ever get to that point. So I ain't going to put that in the air. But I'm just saying, I'm just thinking about me as the type of wife I am, how dedicated I am to my man and to my family and to, being married. I tell people, a lot of people, when you get married, when we first got married, and a lot of people, ask me how it is. Okay, I don't know about that fair. Look, I'm going to tell y'all, be honest. It ain't all that what TV is, okay? That ain't what it is, okay? You have your moments in your marriage like you have your moments in your relationship. It's about the same. The only difference is y'all on paper, y'all took vows before God, and y'all got to honor them. And I'm a person that honor my vows with my husband. So if I know I'm being this type of wife and this type of person to you and to our family, and then you go out and cheat on me, you giving the best part of you that you're supposed to only have for me to somebody else, I'm not okay with it. I just can't see me getting over it because of the type of wife that I am. Even though we said for better.
So I hear that, and so that's even in a relationship, you make a commitment to that person.
Yeah.
So nobody really should be cheating, But I think back to cheating as far as talking on the phone to somebody else or giving them your time. So not even just having sex with them. I'm saying cheating is just spending your time or giving a piece of you to somebody else.
Yeah.
So to answer the question, would I stay? Like I said from the beginning, it depends because people make mistakes. Hell, I might make a mistake and, give somebody my time or, deal with them a little bit. Not sex, but just deal with them a little bit. And if my boyfriend found out, because, hey, y'all, I'm not married, so, hit me up.
Yeah.
If my boyfriend found out, then, it's going to be a big problem. So, it's, I don't know, it just depends. Because if the guy over there takes care of everything, everything. When I say everything, I mean rent for rent. You good? Y'all straight. Then it just kind of depends because you don't want to leave. Not necessarily saying that, he's just a financial person, but everybody needs somebody
Yeah.
to help them.
I get what you're saying, where you coming from, because a lot of folks ain't helping. A lot of folks just moving in being a roommate. So I get exactly where you coming from when you say that, because I have never actually been in a relationship to where a man didn't take care of me. And whether it's he took care of everything or he took care of the majority. I never been in a situation where it wasn't like this. So I don't know about the other part. But yeah, I get what you're saying when you say that. Yeah, I get what you're saying. Shoot, so and look, now everybody got their. I ain't even saying it to say I won't mess with nobody that's broke. It depends on the brokenness, because everybody have their phases. Everybody got their phases. Everybody go through stuff in life, and this just might be your season to be messed up. So who am I? Because I've had my seasons in life, and hey, I might continue to have them because life is up and down. But like, baby, if you're not financially taking care of this relationship, and then you want to cheat, that's not happening. Okay, so to add on to what you said, because you made some valid points when you said talking, texting, all this stuff is cheating too. I think I'm more so speaking on sex. That's the deal breaker for me. That's me saying deuces. Yeah, the sex part. Talking, texting, that can be emotionally being attached to somebody, like, because it's all bad, period. Let me not say what's better or what's worse or better. It's all bad. But when it comes to like you actually being intimate with somebody, far as like sex, like, baby, it's not coming back for that. I'm not, as a married person and you my husband, I'm not. And if you my boyfriend, I'm not going to say that's a deal breaker for me. Now would be because I feel like I'm a different woman now. But back in the day, I accepted it. I accepted it a few times, actually. So who am I to judge y'all if y'all take somebody back? So you haven't been married yet. I'm going to say yet. We're going to put that out there. You haven't been married yet. Right. So have you took somebody back after they like had like sexual relations with somebody?
Let me think. Hell no. I'm like the lady on public person. Hell no. Okay, so listen. Once you start having sex with someone, feelings get involved.
Yeah.
And so, they caring about her and thinking about what this bitch ate for dinner. And I'm over here and I'm your girlfriend, but you're not thinking about me anymore because you having sex with Sheila, So now you're thinking about Sheila.
Yeah.
So absolutely not. It is a deal breaker if we're dating because we're working towards marriage. Like Kanika said, she's married already. I'm not. So we're working towards marriage. And if you cheat on me while we're dating, you definitely gonna cheat on me when we get married. So no thanks.
Okay. Now I'm glad we're having this conversation because I was a cheater in a relationship. And it's just being honest. And now that I'm married, I have not cheated at all. But I am a woman, and I feel like it's just in us to be wives and faithful and all that. If we put our mind to it, we definitely can do it. When it comes to men, I know but I feel like everybody can change. Okay, so just to put me and my husband business out there just a little bit, because we human, we go through it, we've been through it, we married now, everything good. So hey, I've cheated before, he's cheated before, but to be honest, I feel like I cheated the most throughout our 10-year relationship, because we was together for 10 years before we actually like tied the knot and got married. So just think about that 10-year stretch. And people change over the years. You go through different emotions. You make it all day, because we didn't know 10 years down the line that we was going to get married, because it was like an off and on 10 years. It ain't like it was a 10 consecutive straight years. No, it's off and on. I had children. My body changed. I feel like we was just growing apart rather than growing together. So, and since I've been married, no, I have not cheated. So I changed, and I don't want to cheat. And then there ain't nothing out there. What I'm cheating with? Like, no.
Let me interject right there. When people say it's nothing out there, I disagree with that statement, like, just wholeheartedly, because before you found your husband, you were saying the same thing. It ain't nothing out there. You would be saying it too. So it's always somebody out there to cheat with.
No.
For
me to be with.
Right. It's always somebody to be with. It's like the world has millions of people. So to say that, ain't nobody, it's somebody else that can do the same thing. Nobody's trying to say, who I have is not good enough. But there's always somebody better.
That's true. I guess I just want to think like that because I'm married. And I don't want to think like you saying. Because that's like me, like, potentially looking for somebody. It's like if I focus on, ain't nobody out there because I got my husband. He do this. He a good provider. He a good father. He does what he's supposed to do when it comes to being a husband. Like, if I'm thinking like that and I'm thinking like, there's nobody out there that can top that. And I guess I'm more so thinking like that because of the people that I've dealt with. Because compared to what I've dealt with, it ain't nobody out there when it comes to him.
Right, so compared to is probably not. And then, we have to always take into account where we are, where you are in your lifestyle and the people around you kind of are the same. But as far as nobody being out there, there's a lot of people out there, but your husband is the best for you.
Yeah.
And so that's what matters.
Yeah, that's true.
That's definitely what matters. But, when you're married to somebody and you truly love them, if they make a mistake and cheat, or let's say, maybe let's say, because some people don't live together, like they live in different states because of jobs or, family issues or whatever the case may be. And, they may slip off one night or get drunk or get high or whatever the case may be, and something may happen. If I was married, I probably would try to get some counseling and work on it if I were married. But, like, if you just my boyfriend, I'm chalking up the deuces.
Oh, period. That's some period, Pooh. I feel you. It's like, and then I'm going off of me now. I feel like I mentioned, and To Know Your Worth episode. If y'all ain't listened to this episode 1 of season 1, y'all go back and listen to it now if you haven't heard that yet. I brought up in that episode, I didn't really know my worth until I turned 31. I'm just 2 years in and knowing my worth. So I feel like what I will accept and put up with then, I wouldn't do it now because I feel like I didn't actually find my worth and know my worth as a woman and what I need and what did I supposed to have until I turned like 31. It was like, there was the year of being, I felt like that's the year I actually became an adult. And that's just how I felt. Because I put up with a lot of crap and I feel like anything before then, even if I would have, I got married that same year. So say I was married before then, I probably would have had a different answer. But now it's just like my mindset, the way I think, the way I handle myself, the things I want for my life and for my marriage, just for my family as a whole. It's just like a total different way of thinking for me. And it wasn't like that 2 to 3 years ago. So I probably would have put up with a husband doing certain things, but now it's like, girl, I'm not doing it. I'm just not. So, okay, I don't know if I asked this question, but did I say like how can you repair your relationship if someone cheats? Have I asked that?
No, you haven't asked that.
Okay.
But when someone cheats, like I said, counseling if I'm married, but other than that, the repair gonna be when you get your ass out my face.
Yeah.
That's gonna be the repair.
Baby, because it ain't no Bob to build around here. Baby.
Right.
Yeah.
I ain't fixing shit. So
Yeah.
get your ass up out my house, get your ass up out my face, because you're cheating on me.
Yeah. So basically, cheating is definitely a deal breaker for you. Like, it's safe to say.
Absolutely. Let me find out. I'm going to turn it to, baby, I'm going to drink some tequila. I'm going to turn it to a whole Mexican on your ass.
Yeah.
And I'm going to tell you to get up across the border, baby. Yeah, bye-bye.
Yeah, I think it is for me now. Back then, I don't know, y'all. I took a lot of stuff. Like, I took a baby being made on me before. I've never actually caught any of my exes or anybody I was dealing with like that. Like, caught them like in the act of cheating or seen them with anybody. But far as like text messages and all that type of stuff, I definitely, because that's me being nosy. Like, yeah, I didn't rain up on all that. And I'm going to tell y'all something. Okay, so I had this one boyfriend years ago. And I definitely knew he was cheating, but I guess, is this like catching it in the act, even though the girl wasn't physically there? Like, he was making up excuses for me coming over there the day before, right? Or why he couldn't come get me, or why I couldn't come over there, whatever, blah, 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 blah. So he ended up calling me the next day, and I came over. But when I did, we sat in the living room. He wouldn't go to his bedroom for nothing. And I did find it strange, but it wasn't strange enough for me to say something. I just like noted in my head. Okay, so we gonna fast forward to the third or fourth day. I came over there again. Finally came in the bedroom. He has a bathroom connected to his bedroom. Girl, it's hair shed from weave all on the floor, all in the sink. So what you think that was?
Girl, you should have asked this motherfucker. You got a cancer patient living here?
And no, the thing about it is this from 4 days ago? So you just that trifling that you ain't even got it up, or is this from the day before earlier? Like I was confused. So then I said something because I'm gonna tell y'all that wasn't the first time I saw her shed it on the floor in his bathroom. That was the second time, and I didn't say no the first time because. I don't know why I didn't say something first time. I don't know because where we was at. When you said it depends on the person, I don't know if it was like the seriousness of our relationship at the time or if I was kind of like fading away. But then you know how y'all make up, whether it's makeup, sex, y'all get back on good terms. Whatever it was, I think we had get back to like the good terms. And then there was the second time like, nah, baby, I'm about to say something. Like, what is this? Was that? But we ain't got to get all into that because like I said, it was an ex. But since we talking about cheating, I brought that up. But it's like, now, I did catch that, and I still stayed. But it was prior to me turning 31 and me really fully knowing my worth as a woman. And I ain't dealing with that type of crap no more. So, it's like I said earlier when we first started the conversation, it's like a then versus now. What I was willing to accept and what I will not accept now by no means at all. Like, period, poo. Like, put a stamp on it, type it up, send an email, and it's sent, boo. Go ahead and read it because it ain't happening. I'm not accepting cheating, especially if I'm not doing it. I just know, like, that's not the worst we gonna get over. We gonna get over another type of worst. We ain't getting over that type of worst. We just gonna move on. And that's just what it is. I read this thing and it was saying like, okay, just far as, cause cheating, like, okay, you got, people always say, okay, so say y'all in a serious relationship, right? And the person cheated. Have you ever been in a relationship where you got cheated on first? Have you?
Have I ever got cheated on?
Yeah. Knowingly cheated. Yeah, like you knew. Found out or whatever.
Well, you know what? No, because see, in my mind I knew, but I ain't really know.
Okay. You didn't want to believe it or you was in denial?
Yeah. God was telling me, open your eyes, look at this. And I was like, no, I don't want to open my eyes. Yeah. No, I'm not ready.
I want to keep on living in this fantasy. Yeah.
Yeah. Go back to it depends on who it is. When I tell y'all the nigga spoke my love language, I'm sorry for saying nigga, but he was a nigga. So he spoke my love language. I mean, this nigga was buying shit and taking me places on trips. I was like, okay. But it was always something in the back of my mind, like, is there another woman? Because I couldn't go over his house when I felt like it. It was only when I was invited, shit like that. So just like your friend with the weed. Bitch, I used to run my hand through my hair all the time so I can get some strands to come out. Here, boop. Let me drop it down.
Yeah, drop it. So maybe she'll come to you.
Yeah, but it never happened, so don't know.
Yeah. I said I've been cheated on. Yeah, and I found the her. I've never had another situation where like I just knowing, just like going through Texas and seeing stuff, or just like knowing, like the women's intuition, we just know. And like Vanessa just said, just like God giving us signs, because God give us signs to get us out of every situation. But we continue to be like, okay, yeah, until he knock us on the head with the truth and be like, get on up out of here. Then we just, okay, God, I hear you. I'm moving that. Or it like something just really hit us and then it really hurts us. When he been giving us the signs all along, we just chose to ignore it because like we thought it was love or whatever the case might be. Girl, 9 times out of 10, it wasn't love. It was definitely lust. And you just thought it was love. You said what, Vanessa?
No love. Yeah. It's just lust. They want to do it and you do too.
Yeah, it's lust 99.9% of the time. It's lust. And unfortunately, we have to find it out the hard way. That it's lust majority of the time instead of love. But that's just what it is, honey. Being a lot of lustful situations, and we be saying it's love and it ain't love at all. And then when y'all finally get over or stuff hit the fan, then y'all realize y'all done wasted y'all time on this certain person, this certain situation, when y'all could have been loving the right person, honey. All this cheating and all this going on, That's why I say it's just a deal breaker, because it's like, me speaking, I can't not think about nothing but because I'm married. So I'm gonna think like with my married mind. It's just like like Vanessa said earlier, for better or for worse, we took our vows, we honor to love and cherish each other, respect each other, and not cheat, be faithful. Let me tell y'all, when I got married and that lady stood up there and read off our vows and all that stuff, it's a lot more to it than what we see on TV. Like, she added so much stuff in there that I didn't even know was part of the vows. Now, I don't know if there was her own little remix, because I don't know if ministers, or they ain't ministers, pastors, whoever it is, judges, whoever it is that marry you, like, put their own little sauce to it or whatever. But everything this lady said, I had never heard nor seen it on any movie scene, TV show, or none of that. That lady added a whole bunch of stuff to that I didn't even think of it, and it made you think like, okay, we really doing this. And like she was saying she said something about I will not cheat, I will not get jealous. It was like a whole bunch of stuff that I had never heard before on a TV show, or, the movie wins and stuff like that, or nobody ever say. And it's like, so it's like just thinking about when I took my vows and like thinking about everything. It's like, no, I'm not going to do it, so you're not going to do it. So, yeah, it's definitely a deal breaker for me. I don't know if y'all got that out of me talking, but, yeah, it's a deal breaker. I ain't going to do it. I'm not going to do it. It's a deal breaker for my friend. She said she ain't having it, period. And it's just what it is. So, I think that's all my questions that I had to ask. Vanessa came. She didn't disappoint. Real good conversation, because she made me see some key points that I wasn't even thinking about going into this conversation. I just asked her to do this podcast for me, and I wanted another opinion. And I don't know if I might try to do this podcast again and just bring a male on so I can get it from a male's perspective. I don't know, but that's interesting. That's something that I may look into and just, of course, rename the title. Or maybe even do a he cheated, or I don't know what, we cheated, she cheated. What, Vanessa, what should I just switch the title up a little bit? Because this is going to be he cheated now what? And if I bring a man on, I should just switch the title. Or should I do a he cheated now what part 2?
You know what? I was thinking about that when you were just talking. So I think you should do 2. Maybe she cheated, and what would the man do? Like, how is his thoughts about it? And then what if both of us cheated,
Yeah.
Are we still talking about it? Are y'all in the bathroom talking about, I remember that bitch had from her like this. Are you mad still?
Yeah. And you are. Because when I got cheated on, I was paranoid for a while. Like, everything he did, I was wondering, what you doing? Who you with? Who you on the phone with? Who was that texting him? Like, it really brings some type of paranoia about you. And if you say it didn't, girl, you went through if you got cheated on and you found out, you got paranoid, slick paranoid after the fact. And that's why I'm like,
absolutely.
Yeah. You did. It's like, it's a deal breaker, because like you may not go back to being the same. Yeah, I forgive you, but do I really? Because don't tell me not to talk about it if you took them back, because I'm gonna talk about it. Little stuff that's gonna remind me of it, gonna make me talk about it. When we get to arguing, that's gonna make me talk about it. It's gonna make me bring it up. If you do something that's relating to the situation, it's gonna be like a never ending thing. So that's what I'm saying. No, it's a deal breaker. I just can't do it. I ain't gonna be able to do it. And I'm talking about for us, from a man, baby, they hit you with the worst when it's convenient. Like, business hold them something. As soon as it's convenient enough to bring it up, they're gonna bring up every last thing you said and throw it up in your face. So if you cheated on him, you must best believe he gonna bring it up. So yeah, that's just what it is. And that's from experience.
It could be anything. You could be going to the store and he could be like, oh, so the nigga buy eggs at the store, he work at Kroger?
Yeah.
Like, what?
Baby, slid that Kroger Plus card, okay? Yeah, all that. Yeah, so it's a conversation that really can be had. I feel like I could bring a male on here and just hear the side just from a male's perspective, just to get the men's side of things. And then got my good friend Vanessa on here just for a second opinion for us women. I just wanted to hear like 2 different stories and 2 different opinions on it. And then we got there. Because like I said, she made me see stuff that I didn't even think about going into the conversation. So this was a good episode. So yeah, Vanessa, you want to just tell the people like something about what you do?
So first I just want to say, Kanika, thank you for having me and all the beautiful people out in the world. Hello, Beauties Podcast. Everybody that listens today, I appreciate you all for listening. Thank you for having me again. I am starting my own podcast. It's called VB Talk. Don't know when the day is, so we'll talk about that a little later. But I am a teacher, so if y'all need help with some, English, I'll let Kanika tell y'all.
Yeah, she is a teacher, y'all. And y'all know y'all kids is virtual learning. Y'all need help. Children need help. Y'all need help. All the above. Y'all can come at me on the Hello Beauties Podcast website. Y'all can send an email, or y'all can hit me up a DM at the Hello Beauties on Instagram. Y'all send me a DM to get in touch with her for her services. Like she said, she got an upcoming business that she want to start. She gonna further help people with tutoring and just learn. But I'll let her get into all that once y'all connect, because I don't want to. There's her story to tell, and I'll let her tell her business about what she got going on better than me. So yeah, so this was the episode, y'all. Episode 4 of the Hello Beauties Podcast. Bringing y'all a brand new episode every Tuesday here on Spotify, Anchor Podcast, Apple Podcasts, Pocket Cast, Overcast, and pretty much all of your podcast platforms, whatever podcast platforms that you choose to listen to. Type in Hello Beauties Podcast, and I should pop up with my lovely face. Okay, beauties and beautiful people. Oh, and it's also a visual to this podcast. If you want to be able to enjoy watching me just as much as you enjoy listening to me, you can subscribe to my YouTube channel at the Hello Beauties Podcast, where I also upload the video of the podcast. So, with that being said, thank you guys for tuning in. I see y'all same time next week, same place on the Hello Beauties Podcast. Bye, y'all.
Whoever you're dealing with, they're going to put them first. So make sure you put yourself first.